Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Tell him, bro.
Yeah. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but
diamond in the rough, yeah, we had it tough, yeah, we had the pressure and the pressure done its stuff. Oh, I'm not flexing when I'm brushing off the dust, no. All this pain and the tears made my shoulders rust. In this life, gotta do what you must, build your value up, gotta earn trust, avoid fuss. Maybe you don't know the facts, you don't know enough. You can judge me all you want, cause every day I send love. Every day I do me, makes me wanna see you, makes me wanna see more, makes me wanna see through. Maybe we become one, maybe this is the thing. There's an energy and flavor to the things that you bring to the table, or any way you're able. Real work turns into gold when you're stable. Now life feels sweet like syrup, like maple. Wouldn't change a thing about my past to stay grateful.
I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but luck now. I'm busy doing me, I'm out their range, I'm out of reach now. Almost let it drown, but they found me off the freestyle. Product of that ground, you seeing her eye me down. She wanna vibe, trying to see if she can slide. It's in the green now, it's snakes from my past. They look at me where I'm at, thinking they can hit my line, and I'ma help them on their feet now. I had a few I looked up to, they showing different shades. They might have blocked a couple rays, but now they watching my beam down. I struggle to open doors to places that come to life if I step inside. I learned to cut the keys down. Got it locked, this demon stirring a pot with pretty faces and plots that try to knock me off my feet now. No new friends, I had so many hit my line for the freebie, but if you see me out, you gotta pay the fee now. All these things you never cared to see me for is what I let the world see now. I'm staring in the mirror at the only one I trust. Been down on my luck, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. I'm looking in the mirror at the only one I with. I've been held me down, so when you see me now I'm up. I'm fresh up out that mud, I'm a diamond in the rough. So when you see me shining now, know it's anything but luck. It's anything but luck now.
Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real.
Everybody, it's your girl T, and welcome to Wednesday Spirit Scrutiny, where we'll be discussing Cognacs. We actually started this series last week, and this will be the second week. We got one more week of the Cognac series before we venture into another segment. But thank you for joining me this evening. And tonight we'll be tasting 3 Cognacs from the Grand Champagne or the Fine Champagne region of Cognac, France. So let me go ahead and welcome everyone in, whoever's in the audience here. Hey, Pam, how are you doing? Welcome in today, and thank you for being a member, sis. How you doing today? I have a song for you. Thank you for joining and being a member. Hold on, where's my membership song?
Come in, keep it in, come in.
All right, thanks, Pam, for being a member. Thank you very much. Who else do we have in the room? Hey, Tater, how are you doing? Welcome in today. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Cheers, triple time. How's everything going? Glad that you are here as well. And we also got Carmelyn for the win. How you doing, Carmelyn? Thank you for joining today. I appreciate you for being here. We are talking cognac today. All right, so let's go on and get into this cognac. So let me see which one I want to start off with first. I think I'm gonna go from the second finest to the two top finest. So we'll be tasting three today, three cognacs today. So we're gonna start off with some Hein. I'm doing good, Carmelyn. Doing good. Just got in from work not too long ago. So actually this cognac will be right on time for the type of day I had today, as well as yesterday. So these cognacs, these sips of these cognacs is gonna do it just right, and I'm sleep well tonight. But I'm doing real good. I'm doing real good. All right, Stacy, how are you doing? Welcome in, Stacy. You still out there shopping? I saw you. Yes, you are. You out there shopping. You out there shopping every time. Don't remember, every time you step out the house is $99.99. Remember that, Stacy. $99.99 every time you step out the house. Thank you for coming in and thank you for watching this evening. Hey, is it Britazel or Bratazel? Please correct me. The bread, put a number 1, or bride, put a number 2. I just want to make sure I pronunciate your name correctly. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining. As stated before, we are talking cognacs tonight in this series, and today we are reviewing some of the top, some cognacs from the top region of Cognac, France, Grand Champagne and Fine Champagne. So yes, it is $99.99 every time. I don't care if you step out the door. It's either gas, electricity, wear and tear on your shoes, wear and tear on your car, or you go into the store to get something, and you never just go in there for just what you need. You go in there and you end up coming back with some other extra stuff. So it's $99.99. Stacy said, "Yep, just got back from the store." See what I'm saying? Well, anyway, thank you all for coming in. So now it's time to get into these cognacs, okay? Let me make sure I mark my spot so I don't forget where I am. So tonight we'll be tasting 3. Our first one will be from the Fine Champagne Cognac region, and this is Hein. And Hein is a rare. This is actually the original Hein Cognac. That will be one. Then we're going to go into the Grand Champagne area region, and this is Frappen Cognac. Frappen. I could never pronunciate that. I need to check and see if it's Frappen or Frappen. But actually, this was established in 1270. Very, very, very way back when. Let me see. Yep, and it's family established, family owned. So this is still in the family, and you're talking about some years, okay? You're talking about some decades, some centuries here. And it's a single family estate. So it's not a multiple family estate, it's a single family estate. So this will be the second one we'll be drinking today. And Pierre Ferrand, which is the Cru de Cognac, and this is another one from the Grand Champagne region. And we'll be sipping on that. And as you can see, this is one of the ones that I like to sip as well. So I want to make sure that I share that with you all. And this is Ombre Cognac. All right. So let's see who else came in the house before we get the sip in. Let me see. Stacy said, I have to drink mine chill. I don't like room temperature alcohol. Yeah, that's fine. So you can keep your actually the higher the alcohol content, as long as it's alcohol, you keep it in the freezer, it doesn't freeze. It just keeps it nice and cold. The bottle may get nice and frosty, but it doesn't freeze. You can tell which spirits have more water in it than the alcohol. Usually it's the lower alcohol ones, because those usually freeze, like your wines, your beers. Those things have a very low alcohol level. So therefore they do freeze when you put them in the freezer. But if you was to put a bottle of liquor in there and it's like 40, 80 proof, for at least 40% alcohol or higher, it won't freeze. You can put it in there, get nice and chilled, and you just pour it straight from the bottle. You're right, Stacey. I actually prefer mine, especially if I don't want it diluted, because even though you put ice in it, and some people put like the big chunk of ice, the square or the round ball, that's because it takes longer for it to dissolve, so it doesn't, water down the flavor or the taste of your actual drink. But just putting it in the freezer will do, and then you don't have to worry about any of that. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I see you popping in real quick, no problem. But thank you for being a member, and thank you for watching. I know you have you got your live going on right now, so I'm gonna have to catch your replay. But go on ahead to your live, and you have a good evening, okay? All right, so let's get into this cocktail. So let me put this on the screen. I want to make sure that you all can see this. So I just want to tell you a little bit about it while I pour me a serving here. So Hein Rare, this is a VSOP. And if you don't know what the difference between VSOP or VS is or XO, just look at my last video. I went through all of that in the first video segment last week. Talked about what Cognac was, where it's from, what the different regions were, how it's made, as well as went through all the top Cognac houses within the world, basically. So Hein Rare is a VSOP, and it was founded in 1763 by Thomas Hein, but the family started back in 1278. It's 100% Grand Champagne Cognac, but what it is Grand Champagne, but it actually has a low mixture of the fine Champagne region, so grapes from there. So I just want to let you all know that, so you don't think that it's just that is not correct on this bottle. Make sure you all can see this once I get this out the way. All right. 1962, it was granted the royal warrant from Queen Elizabeth II. It was the only Cognac house to hold this honor as of today. So just so you know that this is what the royalty folks drink, okay, over in England. All right. It basically, when they say it's been warranted, the royal family, if you ever watch any of their documentaries, and I can't remember what the name of the documentary was, but there are like seamstresses, there's certain clothing, there's certain fabric shops, there's certain food vendors, there's certain furniture vendors, there's certain alcohol vendors, shoe vendor. I mean, there's so many different vendors, but if they warrant it as the brand for them to buy, that means that's all they buy of that particular brand. So it actually is a high honor. This right here, this Hein, and if I remember how it tastes, it's very smooth. But we're about to get in there, and their logo is actually a deer buck. Is actually a deer buck. And if you remember, and I'm not sure if you've ever watched The Crown, like on Netflix or whatever, but the royal family hunting was something that they did. They did hunting. They also did the one where you shoot the plates in the air. I forgot what the name of that is. But they actually do all of that. And so the brand on here is a deer buck. Okay, so it's a male deer buck. So let's get on into the actual. Let's get on into the actual taste here. So first, let's look at the color, and the color is a light amber, is a true like yellow gold. Okay, very, very, very clear. In terms of the whether it's heavy bodied or light bodied, whenever I swirl it around, the legs take a long time to come down the glass, which means it is heavy bodied. And something tells me it's probably going to be nice and velvety on the tongue. So let's go ahead and see what the nose says. Now, even though this is a 80 proof cognac, and most cognacs are 80 proof, just so you know. Very seldom are you going to find something that's 100 proof cognac. No, you're not going to get that. Most of it is 80 proof, which is a 40% alcohol level. And with this one, you get your caramels, you get your regular nuts smells. Like I smell almonds. And when I do smell it, it doesn't burn my nose. I mean, it's, you know, if the alcohol is there, you can tell, but it's actually very mild, a very mild nose. I do smell a little bit of honey, and ooh, that one went up my left nostril because if you ever smell any of your spirits, even if it's wine, smell it with both nostrils, but then also smell it for each nostril, and I guarantee you'll get a different smell every time, or one may smell something more than the other, and that's just the way it is. You know, our sinuses are different; they're not the same. One may be stopped up, may have a little fluid in there, and one may be clear. But yes, this is the actual nose of it is very to me is very fruity. You're getting your caramels, you're getting your honey, and just a slight of brown sugar. I wouldn't say cinnamon. I would just say a brown sugar, but the nose on this is very good. So let's get into the taste because that's really what we came for, right? I'm not going to use that first taste as what I'm going by. I just had to swish it around my mouth because it's my first drink of the day, right? So let me let that dissipate for a minute. Let me let that do that while I welcome some other people in. All right. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? Welcome in and thank you for stopping by and watching. How was your day today? Hopefully it was good. Hey, Etta, how are you? Thank you for coming in today and thank you for being a member. Yes, but the other half of the TNT, he does not attend Spirit Scrutiny unless I'm trying something that he likes to try because you know he's not a hard liquor drinker. He's a cocktail drinker, but he's not a hard liquor drinker. So he's usually not in here. He'll stop by sometimes depending on what I'm actually drinking. Actually, he'll probably be on my bottom shelf bourbons, or he'll probably be on the one where I'm going to be trying a couple of other whiskeys or bourbons that I did pick up. And one of them is that the winter version of Jack Daniels. It's supposed to be seasonal. Never tried it. Folks was making a big deal about it. I'm going to try it. So chances are he'll probably try that. So he'll probably be on Spirit Scrutiny in September. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. All right, let's see. All right, so do I smell coffee beans in between the drinks? So yes, you can. Usually you want to do that when you know that there's going to be a big difference between the spirits. So for instance, with my cognacs, I'm not going to smell coffee beans. If it was wine, I would. If it was a different type of vodka, like if I took a regular vodka versus a vodka that was infused with the flavor because the flavors are different, then yes, I would. Because what that does is it clears it from any residual that you may have. But most of your cognacs, like any type of spirit that is regulated, meaning it is only considered this spirit if it goes through this process. Most of the times, the bases of what you smell are going to be the same with just a very few slight variations. Okay, so one might have more sweet and one may be less sweet. One may smell more nutty where one may not smell as nutty, but it's still nuts. You see what I mean? So it's really just a matter of the intensity of the actual spirit. And now I do it with the different whiskeys though, because whiskeys, depending on where it's made, yes, it has to meet a criteria for it to be a whiskey or be a bourbon or be a scotch. But the thing is, when you're jumping from the different types of whiskeys, you do need to clear your nose palate because they all give a different nose from that. So yes, definitely. Let me see. Is that a spicy Jack? You talking about the winter Jack? I don't know. I literally have not opened it, but the bottle says spiced apple punch. That's what it said. Spiced apple punch. So something tells me, I don't know if it's a mixed drink, if it's the straight whiskey, don't know, but I will be reviewing it and it will be on Spirit Scrutiny. And something tells me he will be down here sipping it because he's been eyeballing it since I bought it because the bottle is all white. So I don't know, Etta, but that's what it said. It says spiced apple punch. And the word punch to me implies that it's mixed with something. So who knows? I like trying some of this new stuff with you all because then that way you all can try it too. And don't forget, my members will actually be involved depending on what levels they are, where I will be sending out samples based on, of course, they will have to RSVP and let me know. I'm not just going to send out samples and you're not going to taste it, and then we just taste it together on Spirit Scrutiny. So, I don't know, Etta, but I am eager to taste that, but it won't be for another probably 3 weeks, 3 more Wednesdays before I get to that winter Jack. All right. Etta said yes. Scott is talking to Stacy. Yes, sounds yummy. Yeah, it does sound yummy. I hope it is, because sometimes Jack Daniels, it'll fool you. Some you think is not good, it ends up good, and some of the stuff that should be good isn't good. So I've had my fair share of Jack Daniels, so I'm just curious about it. So okay, so let's get into this taste here. So the feel in my mouth, very velvety, just like I thought it would be. So usually when your legs are when it's thick, meaning it takes its time running down the side of the glass, or you don't even see legs yet for a while before they start running. Most of the time, 99% that I've tasted, it usually gives you a velvety feel. So it really feels like when you drink it, it barely feels like you have anything in your mouth. And then the flavor just coats your tongue. Like literally it lays on your tongue evenly. And with this, most of the flavor is in the middle of the tongue versus the sides or in the front. Most of it is just evenly on the top. There's no heat. There's a little heat, but there's no heat on the tongue. What I do feel heat in is down my chest here. There is heat coming down my chest, but it's not hot heat. It's not like, oh my God, this is get your chest hairs a perm type heat. This not that type of heat. It's just warm, sort of like if you was drinking warm tea, something like that. It doesn't jump out at you. Very easy drinking. You could drink it neat, drink it chilled. Even if you put a little ice in it, you won't really need ice. And just so you'll know, if you ever taste a spirit that is too alcohol for you, put a few drops of water in it and it calms down the alcohol, so it allows you to actually enjoy the flavor. Because there are some spirits where you could barely taste the flavor because it's just so hot. It's just hot. It's just the alcohol is overbearing. And so if you're that type of person that don't like high proof alcohol, or just some people just don't like alcohol, period. They drink it because they like the flavor, but then there are just some where the alcohol is overpowering. Just put a couple of drops of water in there, or put an ice cube in it, let it dissolve a little bit, and then drink it, and you'll be able to enjoy it better. So I'm going to taste this one more time so I can let you know about the finish. So again, very velvety. It lays evenly on the tongue, on the palate. There's no heat on the palate. It's just warm down the chest. And I want to see how long this lasts in terms of the finish. And I want to see if I taste, like right now, I'm pretty much tasting everything that the nose gave me. So I get the brown sugar, I get the almonds, I get the caramel, I get the honey. Those are my primary tastes. And so, I think that once I start, and I need to look at like a list of all different types of taste, because sometimes you don't think about something until you see it and go, oh yes, that's exactly what it tastes like. So, but right now that's what's coming to my head. And right now, to me, I think that a short finish is anything that goes away less than 30 seconds. If it's between 30 seconds to a minute, to me, it's the medium finish. If it lasts longer than a minute, to me, it's a long finish. Right now, it's not a short finish. 30 seconds pass by. So I'm gonna give it a little time, but as it's winding down, it's still flavor. It's funny because as the taste starts to wear off, I'm losing a lot of the sweet note, the sweet flavors, and it's more so of the nut taste, the almond and so forth. But yeah, that is pretty much. You don't get all of the bold flavor as it goes away. And right now, I guess it's a minute later, so this has a long finish, and the aftertaste that it does leave is more of the nuts for me. It's not, the caramel is gone, the honey's gone, the brown sugar's gone. It's mostly the almonds that I'm tasting here. But very, very, very good cognac. Very easy drinking. Something other than, I know I did the top cognac houses last week, but if you want something other than Hennessy, Cavassier, Martel, or Remy, Hein is another option. You definitely would want to try that. Definitely try that. So let's get into the next one. After I greet some more folks, we need to say welcome in the house. Hey, home bartending with John. How are you? That's a new name to my channel. How are you? Thank you for joining. Cheers to you as well. How are you doing today? Tripping with Dre and Michelle. Hey, how you doing? Aren't y'all on a cruise? What are you doing? What time is it? Well, what time is it there? Are you like 4 hours behind us? Or are you 6 hours behind us? So it's either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock where you all are. I think. But thank you for taking some time out of your cruise and just peeping into little old me. How's it going? Tell Michelle I said hello. Tell Michelle I said hello. And keep it turned up. Keep it turned up, because that's one thing that I like to see when y'all go out somewhere. Y'all get turned up when y'all go on those groupations, staycations, momcations, or ladycations, whatever cations y'all be going on. Y'all be turned up. I like that. I like that. I'm glad to see you in the house and enjoy your cruise. Make sure you take pictures of the whales and the seals and the icebergs and the peaks and the mountains, and make sure you eat some crab legs and all the seafood and salmon that they have to offer. Just make sure you soak it all in, because I'm gonna live vicariously through you all, because I don't know if I'm gonna get out to Alaska, because the only thing that bring me out of there is the crab legs. I could care less about the mountaintops. I could care less about that snow. I could care less about some whales and some seals. I could care less about all of that. That to me is not a vacation. That is a tourist attraction, and I can see that on National Geographic. And I'm gonna always be scared that the cruise ship is gonna hit an iceberg that you can't see on top of the water. So I'm just gonna always have Titanic in my head. So I'm gonna live vicariously. Do you all? I'm not saying I'll never go on an Alaska cruise, but it is definitely not at the top of my list to go. So y'all definitely will have to post some videos. I know a lot of people posted videos when they went to Alaska. Lisa and all of them, they all just came back from it. Who came back before then? There's a few people that came back from maybe 2 or 3 trips or so out the whole group, just Alaska. And Scott is always up in there. I don't know why he just don't buy some property out there and just be out there sometime, but enjoy yourself. Okay. Hey, Jamie, you back? Okay. Jamie said, I am back. Okay. Well, thank you for coming back. Home bartending with John. So John said, I struggle sometimes with taste description. I do too, John. Now smells, sometimes I can figure those out more so than tastes. And maybe it's because your smell is attached to that that gland in that part of your brain that sort of stores some history, or you can relate to it, I think. And then if you don't smell certain things and it doesn't leave a impact on you of what you either was thinking, doing, saying, seeing, or whatever, it's very hard to recall that. So I'm just going to have to go down the list and different tastes of that you could taste, period, or even smell sometimes, and just see if I'm missing something, because I'm sure if I see it, I'll go, yes, that's what it tastes like, or whatever. So say, okay, they welcoming Dre in. Everybody's saying hello. Hey, Joyce, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in from the Facebook side, but I already know that you're a member. So let me go on ahead and play this because you just joined last time. Let me give you my welcome of a member.
Come in, come in, come in, come in, keep it in, come in, come in, come in, come in.
All right. Thank you for being a member, a new member, Joyce. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let me see here. So Edda says, wow, that seems flavorful. It's very flavorful, very mild. It's very easy drinking. Very easy drinking. It's not strong. Sit down, relax, sip, talk to your friends, look at TV, sitting out on the porch. You don't always have to drink lemonade. Go on and drink you some cognac, or you out with your friends and y'all having a good time and you just want something that's a little mellow, nothing sweet, nothing too strong. You just want a nice little medium. That Hein cognac to me is just right. But I'm pretty sure these other two I'm about to get to, those are, I can tell you, especially this one, when I get to it, is also another smooth one to drink. So is a long finish a negative thing? A lingering taste would seem odd to me. No, it's not a negative or positive thing. It just means that that's just how long the flavor lasts in your mouth. And a lot of times when you're drinking a sipping drink, okay, now if you're drinking a cocktail that's mixed with a bunch of stuff and you got this aftertaste in your mouth, now that's something that I would not want to occur, but if you're sipping on something neat where it's just that, you want that flavor to last longer. You want it to last longer, because you'll be able to take your time drinking it, because it also depends on what you're drinking it for. Everybody drinks alcohol, spirits, for different reasons. Some people actually drink it for the flavor. They drink it for the flavor, the experience. That's what I drink it for. Some people drink just because they want to get drunk. So it don't matter what it is. They don't even care what they drink. Somebody say, hey, I pay for drinks. Okay, well, what you drink, whatever you buying. Those are the people that end up drunk in the corner somewhere. But if you're drinking for the flavor, you do want the taste to last longer. Just because it doesn't last long doesn't mean it's a bad batch or anything of that nature. No, it just means that it just doesn't last. However it was produced, or the flavors of how it, curated or aged or grew into, usually it don't last. But normally things that are aged longer usually will last a lot longer. Okay, so usually a medium to a long finish is more so to apply to an aged spirit than a spirit that's not aged as long. Okay. So for instance, a VS, depending on which one it is, because even though they're all cognacs are supposed to be regulated and made the same way, depending on what grapes are used and so forth and what region they come from, that will also determine whether it's a short or long finish and how the flavor resonates within your mouth. So keep in mind about that. So your Hennessy VS is going to have a shorter finish than a Martell VS. Okay, just so you know, there's two different companies. One is older than the other one, so you know they have a lot more experience on how to age, and the temperatures and so forth of where it's aged plays a big role as well. Let me see. All right, everyone's speaking to each other. Okay, 2:30. Okay, so you must have finished lunch. Y'all probably on the Lido deck watching folks act like a fool with the music on and you just chiming in. But I appreciate you taking some time out of your vacation to listen to me. Thank you so much. All right, everybody saying hello. Let me see. I will enjoy watching Alaskan videos. Yeah, I've been looking as well. Hey Angela, how you doing? It's been a long, well, I've been seeing you on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, but how are you? I hope everything's going good. How's the family? How's grandbaby? Because I know grandbaby was the same age as my daughter. So grandbaby is probably what, 21, between 19 and 23 somewhere, I think. So hopefully everything is going good, but you've been out there doing your thing. Welcome for coming in and watching. All right. And we got House of X in the building. Hey, Wanston Leo, thank you for coming in and thank you for being a member. Hey, Terrence. Hey, cuz, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. You saw Cognacs on there, was like, yeah, let me go on and click on this button. You probably smoking on a stogie right now on a cigar. I know you are. Yes, for Champagne. Now, Champagne is the region. Wanston and Leo, House of X. It's the region. It's not champagne. Like we're not drinking champagne. This is the name of the region within Cognac, France, of where the grapes and everything comes from to make the specific cognacs that we're tasting today. All right, let's see. You say Hennessy is so gross. Well, yes and no. Now, Hennessy VS, I'm not drinking it unless I'll drink it if it's in a cocktail, like if it's in a mixed cocktail, like a cognac margarita or Cadillac or something like that. But the only Hennessy I'm drinking is Hennessy XO. That's the only Hennessy that I will vouch for and I will pay for is the Hennessy XO. And that one tastes a lot better. Stacy, just try the Hennessy XO and I guarantee you'll never go back to any other Hennessy. That'll be the only Hennessy you'll want anybody to give you after that. All right, let's see here. Who else we got? Hey, Yolanda, how you doing? Hey, that was my old wine club buddy when I was going to wine club earlier in the day. How you doing, Yolanda? Doing her thing. I see you doing your thing, Yolanda. Thank you for coming in and watching. Thank you for the hello, great education. That's what it's all about. I like to share the information of everything that I drink. I done ventured off from just the wine. I've been doing spirits for a while. So, yep, I'm just teaching, sharing my experiences, some new stuff that I have drank and just want to share it out. Thank you for coming in. It's nice to hear from you. All right. Let me see. Cuzzo said, yep, he's smoking the cigar. Don't worry. It's coming and you're going to have to be on here because I've been getting with a couple of cigar manufacturers and stuff because the whole purpose of the cigar segment is all about learning about cigars, how it's wrapped, how it's made, the different ways they're made, how you cut it, the different types of cuts and when you need to roll it, when you don't. And so just a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, I don't smoke cigars and it's not like I don't smoke them because I don't want to smoke them. It's just that I can't because I choke to death every time I do because I be thinking it's like a cigarette. You inhale it and you blow it through your nose. A cigar is just supposed to, from what I understand, is supposed to be about flavor in your mouth. You're supposed to bring it in, let the flavor resonate in your mouth, and then blow it out. To me, that's just a waste of money. But I choke. I can't look cute unless I'm just holding it. Now I'll hold it if everybody else got one, but it's not going to be lit. It definitely won't. Or maybe I just need to punch a little tiny hole in it so I don't inhale as much. But my natural instinct is to inhale it, which you're not supposed to inhale a cigar. Same thing with a hookah and all that stuff. They put all that flavor stuff in there. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I end up choking and looking like a fool. So I just don't do it. I just sit around everybody and just hold the stick thing, make it look like I'm doing something, but that's pretty much about it. Let me see. House of X said, oh yeah, you thought we was drinking some wine tonight? No wine tonight. We on cognac. That stuff you was shooting like it's tequila that you're not supposed to. Let me see. House of X said, no cigar here. We do not smoke. Hey, that's fine. I don't smoke either. So, but my cousin does. He loves cigars. He got his humidor. He got all that stuff. He be doing everything. So you'll see him on my channel soon enough. Let me see. Oh, no. Yes. Etta, check your phone. Okay. Well, House of X is sending some private messages. So let's get into this next one here. So we're getting into, let me see which one I'm going to do before I pull it up on the screen. Is that fropping? Hold on. Yes. So we're going to do fropping now. Okay. So fropping, 1270, and it's a VSOP, and it is from the Grand Champagne region. It was founded in 1885 by Albert Froppen, and I'm going to pour this while I'm talking to you all about it. It's 100% Grand Champagne cognac. This one is also going to be velvety smooth because I can see just how it feels when I pour it. It's not real thick. It's not like syrup or anything. Just know that it, you can tell when you pour it, it's not like pouring water. In 1990, it was presented in 75 countries around the world. And the logo is actually a plume, like a quill, like the little pens they used to take, you dip it in the ink. That's pretty much what it is. When I did the research on this previously, I actually read why they made it a quill. And if I remember, I'm not even going to tell y'all because I don't even want to lie because I might get it mixed up. But I will find out why. And then if it comes to me, I'll say it before we get off this live. But if not, I'll put it somewhere, maybe in the description once I find out. But there was a reason they actually used that as the actual logo. Okay, so just like Courvoisier or Cavassier is what most people say it, but that's not the correct French pronunciation. Courvoisier has a logo which is actually Napoleon. So Napoleon is their logo, and the reason why they used Napoleon was because Napoleon, that was the only cognac that he would actually drink, and it was his drink, and they would pretty much produce it and make it for him and so forth. So there is a reason that this logo is what it is. It's not family oriented. There is a interesting reason, but once I find out, I'll let you all know. Okay, so this one here, this is an amber, but it's a little darker than the other one. And so I'm going to take this off the screen so you all can see. As you can see, it's a little darker than the Hein. Okay, just a little darker, not that much darker. It's not like it's dark like a bourbon or anything, but it's still amber in color. And when I swirl it, it takes a while for the legs to come down the glass. As you can see, it takes a while. That pretty much tells you it's heavy body. And so time for the nose. This nose is similar to the Hein. The only difference is my nose has a lot more alcohol. in terms of smell. It doesn't mean it's not a different, there's not a different alcohol content. Alcohol content is still the same. It's still an 80 proof, 40% alcohol level. But as I stated before, based on how it is made, what grapes are used, or what region it came from, that will determine the strength of it. And this one is a little more to the nose in terms of the alcohol content, but the base notes are still the same. You still have your brown sugar, your caramel. You have your honey, you have your, and almonds seem to be, the same, but this one is a little bit of macadamia nut. We're venturing into more of the, I call them the eccentric nuts, like your Brazilian nut family, acorns and things of that nature, cashews. This isn't a peanut smell. This is almond, pecans, however you pronunciate. And it's funny because when my left nose says, for some reason, my left nose is smelling a citrus. Don't know why. It's more like lime, not lemon, but lime. My right nose smells citrus too, but it's more like the orange citrus. I don't know why. It's very strange. Lime, orange. It's almost like I smell more of the sweet on this side and the more of the tangy on this left. But when I smell them both together, I don't smell any citrus. Go figure, right? But I just know this is going to be good. So let me go ahead and get into the taste. So it's warm. So for those of you who don't like to really taste the alcohol, you do taste it with this one, but it's a flavorful alcohol. Just so you know, it's not like a Blanco tequila and it's just alcohol. No, this has flavor. So everything that I told you I smell, I taste it. And it's funny because the warmth hit everywhere else in my mouth except for on my tongue. So on the top of my tongue, there's no burn. But the front of my tongue, the side of my tongue, the roof of my mouth, and between my teeth and my gums, I felt the burn. Okay. In terms of the warmth, like there's no warmth going down my chest though. So the warmth stops, just goes down my chest. Don't know why, but it is. Okay. But it does. So there's no warmth going down like warm tea or anything of that nature. No burn. I can say that the finish is starting to dissipate. It's been about 30 seconds. So chances are, this will probably be a medium finish because it's already getting to that last of the actual flavor. And the aftertaste that I'm tasting, I'm actually tasting more of the, I'm tasting the citrus. But it's the orange citrus as far as the aftertaste, not the lime. I'm still tasting a little hint of like the caramel. The honey's gone. Brown sugar's gone. Almonds are gone. It's really just the citrus. It's just the citrus now, which is very strange. And now the flavor's gone. So it's a medium finish. But it's actually very good. I'm going to taste it one more time. Very flavorful, y'all. A lots of flavor. Very complicated when you first take it in. And to some of you, if you tasted it, you might taste something different. You may listen to me and go, oh, and then let's just say you buy it and try it or go to a bar and get a taste of it. you may taste something different. Please remember what you taste, what you smell, how it feels on your mouth. All of that's going to be different. It's different for everybody. Will there be a lot of commonalities for certain spirits? Yes, there will be. There will be where everybody is guaranteed to taste this. Everybody is guaranteed to smell this. But there's a lot of other things. Everybody's palates are different. You know, your taste buds are different on the front of your tongue, the top of your tongue, the back of your tongue, and the sides of your tongue. They all taste things differently: sweet, sour, all of that. So when you taste it, you might taste something different. Okay, so just remember that. But this is good. I like it. I'm trying to save a little bit of it. I'm the only one that's been drinking it, and I've had this bottle for a year now. But this here is another easy drinking one. For those who don't really like the alcohol, just add a little bit of water in there, or a ice cube or something, just to dilute it a little bit. And you don't have to worry about the burn. You can just enjoy the flavor for it. Okay. All right. So let's see who else we have in the chat so we can say hello. All right. We got the bourbons. We got Keith from the bourbon shop in the house. Hey, Keith, how are you? Hey, T, that's a nice color on you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I actually, a lot of the earth tones seem to work good with my complexion, I guess. The greens or the very warm pinks, like the ones that look like almost like a gray pink, the grays, the light blue, but like the muted light blue, and some of the browns and stuff. So thank you so much. Thank you. We said, no, mama, it will give me a headache. Well, what's going to give you a headache? Well, if you chug it down and shoot it like that, of course it's going to give you a headache. You're not supposed to shoot it. You're supposed to sip it. These drinks are meant to sip. They are not meant to take shots. The only thing you should be taking shots of is tequila. That is it. There is no other spirit that anybody should be taking shots of. Not vodka, not gin, not rum, not whiskey, not bourbon, not scotch, not cognac, none of that. It needs to only be tequila. Okay? And that's because of how, and the plant and stuff that tequila is made from. So you can do that. So that looks strong. It may be a little strong for you, yes, because you don't like the alcohol type levels and stuff like that. But it's good. Add a little bit of water, you'll be just fine. She said, whoa. Etta said, whoa. All right, let's see here. All right, I just want to make sure I get down here. So let's go on and get down to this last one. All right, and so Pierre Ferrand. And so I'm just going to pull it up on the screen while I pour. All right. So Pierre Ferrand. Okay, which one is it? Okay, I just didn't want to mess up the dirty glass because I don't want to mix it. So Pierre Ferrand is the VSOP, and it's 100% Grand Champagne region. It was founded in 1989 by Alexander Gabriel. And it's produced, they also produce French gin and rum. So you may see the name of this brand. You may see the name of this brand with gin and rum. I haven't tasted their gin and rum. However, I don't mind tasting it because this cognac is it's the thing for me. Definitely. It's the thing for me. Etta says, whoa, I've been drinking wrong. Well, what you mean you've been drinking wrong? What were you doing, Etta? What were you doing? Taking shots of everything? Like, what you mean? Because really, there's no way of drinking wrong. It's just what is going to be the aftermath depending on how you drink it. That's the whole thing. The whole point is you're supposed to drink to enjoy it and to not have an aftermath. And the best thing is to know what you do drink. And don't let other people, force you to drink something that you don't drink. Like, you don't drink. Like, I'm not a vodka drinker, but I will drink a chocolate martini all day long if you give it to me. Okay. But I'm not a cosmopolitan chick. I'm not an apple martini. I'm not a regular cosmopolitan. I don't really do vodka because my tolerance level just doesn't do well. Rum, I'll do it in a cocktail, but a high proof rum, I'm gonna have a headache every time I drink it. I don't care if it's one drink. The next day I'm gonna have a pounding headache like somebody is standing on my head. Don't know why. I don't even have to drink a lot of it. It just does that to me. But I can drink cachaça, which is the Brazilian rum. That one I have no problem with. Whiskey, bourbon, tequila, not a problem. I can drink those spirits whichever way or whatever. Gin is very light. To me, it almost tastes like dishwater. Because it tastes like a Christmas tree. So I'm not a fan of gin, but I have tasted some real good cocktails that includes gin, which I would drink if it was in that cocktail. But there are some people that just drink gin with just like a little splash of lime juice. You can have that. That to me just doesn't taste good. But let's see, taking shots of anything. Oh no, don't do that. Look, you want to know how that ends up? You need to talk to Wanston. Okay. Wanston woke up with a headache, he said one time, and I asked him what he drank. He said he was taking shots of whiskey. Shots of whiskey. He was crazy. He was crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Only thing you should be taking shots of is tequila. And you should be sipping on everything else or making a cocktail with it, one or the other. All right. So let's get into this Pierre Ferrand. So automatically the color, as you can see, is a yellow gold. So it's not as dark as the Frappin. Okay. And in terms of whether it's heavy bodied, yep, it's pretty much the same. It takes a while, but the legs are falling faster on this one. Okay, so something tells me, and I've tasted this. I drink this all the time, but I just don't memorize everything. My palate is going to be a little different. I just know that for a fact. Is how it feels on my palate. So let's see. Okay, so the nose. So you got your basic smells, your basic notes. You got your brown sugar. You got your caramel. And I'm smelling on left, right, and both, just so you know it's consistent. You got your caramel. You got a little vanilla. And I already said brown sugar, I think. With this one, this is more eccentric nuts. So I'm smelling more of pecans. Acorns, not macadamias, but acorns. To me, I also smell a little cashew. That seems a little strange, but I smell cashew in this one, which is the different smell. Now, let me smell this side to see if I smell anything different that I don't smell on the other. Okay, I'm trying to describe what I smell in my left nostril. I don't smell any citrus. Oh, ice cream. Like chocolate ice cream. Don't ask me why I smell that. I smell it in my left nostril. It's like a chocolate ice cream, like a Haagen-Dazs version of chocolate ice cream, not a Breyer's chocolate ice cream or a soft serve chocolate ice cream. Those smell very sweet. This is more of almost like an organic chocolate ice cream, if that makes sense. So let me smell my right nose. Now I smell pencil shavings. I smell pencil shavings in my right nose. Now this is on top of all the other notes that I've already said. Pencil shavings. That is so strange, but that's what that note reminds me of. Pencil shavings. That's strange. Now I'm gonna smell both. I don't smell either one of them when I smell both. Well, all right. That's what I smell, y'all. We're gonna go and see how this feels in my mouth and how it tastes. Very smooth, not a lot of warmth. Reminds me of Hine. Oh, wait a minute. Spoke too fast. Hold on. My mouth also started watering. It's almost like when you first take it in, there's no burn. It hit my tongue, it hit my mouth, no burn. And then it was like as the seconds went on, the burn started to grow. So it's funny. So when you first take it in, it's just like Hine. No burn, no nothing. But you let 3 seconds or so go by, it's going to be like the fropping. It's going to give you that alcohol. It will hit you, and it's going to hit wherever it hit. On your tongue, the roof of your mouth, the side, wherever, but there's no burn going down the chest. It's funny because Hine had warmth going down the chest, but no burn in the mouth. Fropping had burn in the mouth, no warm in the chest, and same thing with Pierre Ferrand. It's burning it's a delayed burn in the mouth and no burn going down the chest. It's as if you didn't even drink anything warm or alcohol at all. But in terms of where the flavor hits, it hit all the palate. I tasted on my tongue, I tasted on the side, the front, and the back, the roof of my mouth and my cheeks, everything. This one is going to hit your whole palate. See, no burn. Wait for it. There you go. It is like you taste the flavor, but as soon as it's almost like, okay, let me try to tell you what I taste. That's when the heat come in. So then the heat distracts you. So let me go on and focus on what I'm tasting. I'm tasting my basic taste. I'm tasting the caramel. I'm tasting the nuts. I'm tasting vanilla. And I'm tasting them damn pencil shavings. I'm not, and don't look at the pencil shavings like I ain't drinking nothing that tastes like no damn pencil shavings. No. What I'm saying is, if you were to taste pencil shavings, this is a taste it will have, but it's not a bad taste. Neither one of these cognacs have delivered a flavor that you would not like. Okay, the flavor is there. Okay, that's just what my brain remembers as what this would taste like, because it's really thinking of what I would smell if I smell pencil shavings. I'm translating it to a taste. So, and in terms of the finish, it's a medium finish. So it's a delay with the heat, and then it gives you the flavor just long enough for you to figure out what the hell you drinking. And then it said, okay, bye, I'm gone. So this is good. I actually like it. As you can see, it's something that I drink, but usually I'm drinking it when, I'm talking on the phone or I'm watching something good on TV. There's a couple of distractions. But if you are trying to sip on something because you trying to get crunk, maybe you at the club, maybe you got a party going on, but you want to be cool or whatever, then you want to drink the fropping. Okay, because that's going to give you that type of, because you're going to have a whole lot of other stuff going on that you ain't even going to pay attention to the heat. Okay, and then if you are trying to sit back, relax, you just trying to sit with your honey or whatever, and just trying to be cool, sit, smoke on a stogie or whatever, this one what you want to drink. So out of these three, okay, just to give you an idea of what you want to drink. So put these up here so you all can see this. Ooh, sorry, y'all. So these three right here, they are good from the top region of Cognac, France. They actually, like I said, pretty good. If you see them at a bar, taste them first and see if it's worth it. What is the price range for all of them? It's going to vary where you go, but none of these are over $60. Just know that. They're not $20. Okay, so you're gonna hit these, and I can't remember exactly what I paid for them. It's been a year or so ago. You're talking about anywhere between $35 to about $65, for one of these. Now let's see what else we got in here. Etta's laughing because she's been shooting the drinks that she shouldn't be shooting. Nothing but tequila. Don't take shots. Only belong to tequila. I'm gonna say it again. Tequila are made for shots. Even sake, you can shoot sake. Sake is made for shots because it's based on what it is made with. Don't go out here trying to shoot whiskey, bourbon, scotch, cognac, even rum. Now, okay, you can do rum, but you got to watch what rum you shoot. Don't do no Ray and Nephew shots. Don't do no black rum, dark rum. Do not do that. If you are going to shoot rum, make sure it's the white rum. If you shoot the dark rum, your head going to hurt. And if your head don't hurt, something wrong with you. That's all I got to say. Something wrong with you. If you don't get a hangover from shooting dark rum or any of the things that I said, something wrong with you. That means obviously your liver is trained to take on whatever the hell you've been drinking on. Hey, Trap, how you doing? What's up, my brother? What's happening? Thank you for coming in. I was able to get a little bit of your live early. I was at work, so I get notifications while I'm at work, but depending on what I got going on, I may only be able to listen to it, or sometimes I can't do neither because I'm presenting, or I'm in front of the board, or I'm in a committee, some type of meeting, whatever it is. But whenever I get notifications, y'all, trust me, if it's during the day and I'm at work, I will catch the replay, trust me, and I will leave a comment if I watch. So do know that if I don't leave a comment, I didn't see it. Just know that if I'm not in the bushes when I'm watching, I'm going to leave a comment, even if I don't really have anything to say about the video or the video or the live. I'm going to make you going to know I saw it. You're going to know I was there at least. Okay. All right. Everybody's saying hello. Trap said, what's good, my sister? Hey, it's all about the cognac today. Keith says, the only cocktails I drink is a martini, gin or vodka, gin and tonic, margaritas, but there must be sand. What you mean there must be sand? Oh, you need to be on the beach somewhere. What about a pool? You don't do swim up bars or nothing like that? I don't like beach. I don't mind beaches. I grew up with beaches. That's fine. I'm from New York. I've done, Rockaway Beach, Rye Beach, Far Rockaway Beach, Long Island Beach, all those beaches. And I can't stand the sand. Sand gets in places that you never seem to be able to rinse off enough. You go to the beach on a Friday, you still got sand in your ass on Monday. I'm just being honest. I don't care how many showers you took. Sand is going to arise or fall out of somewhere that you thought you cleaned enough and you didn't. So I just don't like sand. Sand is just messy. It's dirty. It's just everywhere. And I just don't have the time for it. But so martini, gin and tonic. I don't know about the gin and tonic. The gin and tonics are okay, Keith. And I did taste some of those on the Icon when I went. A lot of good. Look, out of all them bars, we had to taste some form of a gin and some tonic, but they were sort of flavored. But I don't know. It's just the gin just doesn't do it for me unless it's really mixed with something that really complements it, But to each his own. To each his own. Still on the train, headed home from work. How are you, Mickey and the family? Okay, so Etta's on her way home. She is talking to, I'm assuming she's talking to Trap. Said, come on, cuz we love a brown. Hold on, let me go grab my humidor. Okay, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Welcome in, cuz. How's it going? Have not seen you in a while. I look, your sisters is doing their thing, okay? All y'all doing y'all thing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to see is family doing their thing. Okay? You make sure you give you give Hev and oh my Lord, I call her Princess. Call Hev, give Hev and Princess the kiss for me when you see them for me. I know Hev be doing her thing, honey. She up in the navies. That's what I'm talking about. We've been busy, Mika. Okay, he's talking to Etta. Life be lifing. Let me see. You said that right. Sand is bit. Yes. You said that right. Sand is busy. It goes everywhere. And you know us women, all of our stuff is all covered up. It got creases and folds and stuff. It's just too much going on. Okay, it's just too much. Just too much. Trap said, give me some Crown and I'm cool. You sound like my husband. Now my husband will drink Crown whiskey all day long if you give it to him. He want the flavored one. Do you know he did not know that there was a non-flavored Crown? That is not up on my bar. He will not buy that. He will buy peach, apple, blackberry, and that blackberry is nasty by itself. Oh my God. Anybody taste the blackberry one? That blackberry one is so... We bought some with us. We went to Atlantic City. And if my cousin Terrence is still in here, he can vouch for it. And we bought it. We was going to mix it with, like some punch or some soda or something. It is definitely a need to mix it. Because when you drink it straight, when I say it's so concentrated, it is not good at all. If anybody has tried that new Blackberry Crown Royal, please put a 1 in the chat and you tell me if it was good or if it was nasty. If you drunk it straight. But we drunk it straight. I threw mine in the sink because I wasn't going to put it back in the bottle. And and it had turned me off so much, I didn't even want to drink it no more. I just said, forget it. If because we figured, well, why mix it with soda or juice or whatever? We thought we could just drink it straight. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Definitely not. Say, you said that right. Sand is busy, goes everywhere. I think I did that already. All right. Okay, we are down with the comments. I hope you all enjoyed. Please know there's a lot of people that have their videos out. People are coming from trips. You got Rich and Jazzy getting off Virgin Voyages. You got Life With Us TV are just coming back from their Grown and Sexy cruise. You got whose group cruise? Me and I group cruise. Everybody is coming back from there. You got and I think the Jacksons had their video go out today, and then Me and I have one at 9:00 this evening. Who else? There's a lot of other people came back from trips. Alicia just came back from her trip. I think it was Alaska, but I'm trying to think of, no, I'm sorry. That was the Meet and I cruise. I'm getting it confused. I think she was in Alaska the trip before that. She was in Alaska. And check out my videos from the Icon and stuff. I'm posting all my bar videos. Those are coming out. I got about 9 more bars to post videos. I haven't posted them yet, but just check out the ones that I did so far. My next video, of course, will be next Monday. TNT will be live. We'll be talking about our lessons learned of being on YouTube. So as anyone who's been watching my channel, I've been interviewing folks since January. And it was really to get an idea of people with small, medium, and large channels, what their challenges was, lessons learned, how they grew, what was some of the things that they would tell themselves today if they knew before. And then I just took all of that information and just decided to also share my story, our story. I say our because my husband joined me like a year after I started the YouTube channel, but to just talk about our experiences with YouTube. And then we also have a Tuesday libation on Tuesday next week and Spirit Scrutiny next week, where we will be tasting 3 more, which are like your everyday cognacs. Cognacs that you don't have to break the bank to buy. Cognacs that are easy to come by, and they sell them everywhere. So these won't not be exclusive cognacs. But we're about to do that. So with that stated, and I am at the bottom of, hold on a second. Oh, thank you for the lessons on the sips. Appreciate you, Tanya. Thank you so much. Look, that's what I do. That's what I do. So what I'm going to do now is just pretty much share what videos we have coming up for this month.
Okay. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months. I've been on a marathon for months. All in all, I can't just get enough. I know. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months. I've been on a marathon for months. All in all, I can't just get enough. I know. Euro step to the money, that's a lay. Take advantage of my time to get a payday. I've been to myself, I've been out the way. If I'm not with the kids, it's me and Tay-Tay. Spend a bag, get a bag, that's a routine. I go north, cross the border like some poutine. Growing up, I had hoop dreams, still be on the hoop scene. But I turn hoop dreams to booth dreams. And look, we made it. Still do more numbers than the ones who got famous. Hear what I'm saying? I could take a cookie cutter system and go bust it down and bake. Okay. What's up? I've been on a paper chase for months. I've been on a marathon for months. All in all, I can't just get enough.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Some more cognacs are coming for you next week. I'll see you then. You have a good night.
Toast it out. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the They done baptized the bad guy. Still don't follow religion. The fabric's not average. The cotton's Egyptian. 500 for the shoes, come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from trade. From the tray, I'm ballin' like Trey. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up. 10 toes, stay G'd up. I'm tryna get that type of wealth, like a house on the hills, can't see us. Say the money still me up. Stay humble, stay teed up. I don't tell you how to live, so don't hit me with no weak stuff. And if you know the deal, then you know the deal. If it's real, then you know it's real.